People, Deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning in each and every time. I hope you're all well and safe. Now, people, I'm sure you're all waking up, or at this point you're all coming to the news of David Luiz has apparently sustained a neck injury, and he's not only at risk of being out for the Fulham game, but as David Ornstein said it, a prolonged period. Now again, at the time of making this video, I've literally just seen the news and been exposed to it, so I hope by the time I finish, editing and things, more details become available. First and foremost, this is a man's health. When I hear neck injury, I hope it's just a minor sprain or something, but typically, they're sustained in unusual ways, so I hope he's all safe and well, and if he isn't, he gets the best help, because this is a human being and his health is at risk. Obviously for Arsenal, whatever you say about David Luiz, for me, in an ideal world, he shouldn't be your first choice team. If you want to be a consistent top 4 team, or a consistent, Champions League challenger, Premier League winner, you can't do it with David Luiz as your first choice man. David Luiz doesn't have a mistake every week, but his mistakes will prove costly. He'll be at it in big games, but you can't rely on someone like that. And in an ideal world, but to be fair, Luiz has had good periods. He is Arteta's man. I want to see Gabriel and Saliba as the partnership, but at least for the first half of the Premier League, you're probably expecting, if it's not a back three, David Luiz with either one of those, and then when they're all up to speed, gradually phased out. So I don't want to say this is a good thing, because it's never nice hearing someone's injured, but one benefit is, we might see Gabriel and Saliba exposed. Like, I know Gabriel was quarantining. I didn't know how the timeline matched up and if he'd play against Fulham, but if you've been looking at the pictures, you've seen a lot of young players training with the first team. You've seen Mesut Ozil back, and you've also seen Gabriel training, so that if he's been exposed to the group, he's surely fit and ready of sorts. So there's always the temptation, I guess, to play a back three. You could go holding Gabriel and Saliba. For me, I'd want to move Tierney over there, at least while these lot are still fresh to the league and stuff. I wouldn't mind holding in the two boys, but maybe it could be moving Tierney over there, and either Saka or Maitland-Niles doing the job at left back. People, obviously for me as well, this throws a spanner in the works, because Marie's working his way back to full fitness, but he's still out, technically injured. Mustafi's out until October the least, and now you've got David Luiz. Now I hope, the report kind of sounded a bit vague. It sounded like he could be back for Fulham. It sounded like he could be out for a prolonged time. So again, I'm waiting on things. Apparently, David Ornstein said it depends on how he responds to the treatment, but it's very delicate, and it's likely to be a late decision on the Brazilian centre-half. It could rule him out for an extended period. So again, David Luiz is a model professional. He'll always put his body on the line. So if there is a tiny bit of fitness, I do expect him to say he's able to play. Arsenal, we have to look after a man's health and be sensible, and especially with all, the neck movements that go with playing football and heading and all of these sort of things, it's best he just sits out if he is injured, to be fair with you. Again, when I hear extended period, that's subjective for me, because extended period could be a month, it could be 3 weeks, it could be 3 months, it could be 6 months. I don't know. I'm not trying to speculate. I'm just trying to say it all. Obviously, I've mentioned Holding. Now, when you hear Holding was scheduled to go to Newcastle on loan, and there's been a U-turn of sorts, maybe a part of you feels, he's convinced Arteta. But has this been in mind with Mustafi's injury, with Marie nursing his way back to full fitness, and obviously with David Luiz now, while Holding gets a reprisal? I don't know, people. Either way, it is a doubt. It is a shame, people, because we're gonna miss out him. We're gonna have no Martinelli. You want to have a fit, full side and ready side for the task of trying to become a top 6 team again, people. I'm trying to go into the Athletic, and David Ornstein spoke about it, but it's yet to appear actually as an article. But yeah, man, I'm hoping for the best in the David Luiz case. The one benefit I can see from this, and again, I don't like to say the word benefit, is that Gabriel and or Saliba and or Gabriel get blooded in and exposed early, and we've got to get together really quickly. We've got a promoted team in Fulham that are going to be buzzing. I'm pretty sure we've got West Ham after that. I could be wrong. And we've beat Liverpool the last 2 times we faced them, but history hasn't been kind to us of recent in that fixture, and they're going to want to put things right. So we've got a tough start to life in the Premier League, and the Premier League is tough, and it's even tougher if you want to show some consistency and reach your goals. So injuries are part and parcel. Injuries, suspensions, loss of form, tactical decisions. Players miss out for all sorts of reasons. You know, if it's not David Luiz today, it could be Aubameyang tomorrow. It could be, you know, several players. Not that I want it to be Aubameyang. So we're just going to have to get on with it. You know, we've got the squad to deal with it. I'm confident in Gabriel and Saliba. Despite their young ages and despite their technical lack of Premier League experience, I think they're decent to go and do this. Obviously, if Holding gets a chance, I salute Holding. I've got to see you kick on this season if you do stay at Arsenal. But yeah, man, and like I said lastly, we're hoping for the best in David Luiz's case, because this is a man's fitness above everything. Way before talking about Arsenal and our goals for the season, you know, sometimes we don't look at footballers with a human element, and you know, David Luiz is a nice guy, man. From what I hear, how he is with young players, from how he is on the squad, from what I've seen in my own life anyways, he's a very nice guy, man. And you know, when someone's nice, you don't want bad things to happen to them. Not that I wish badness on anyone anyways, but you know, wishing for the best, prepare for the worst with David Luiz. You know, wishing you a speedy recovery. On that note, though, man, people, I ain't got nothing more to say. So please, you know, obviously like the video. Make sure you've hit the subscription button and comment, man. What would be your partnership? Would you go with a back three in the Fulham game? You know, if you're going with a back three, is it Saliba, Gabriel, and Holding? Is it Holding, Tierney, and or one of Gabriel or Saliba? You know, who are you going with, people? What does this mean for our outlook on stuff? We'll have to see. But for now, people, DG, I'm out.